Hi everybody, it's Peter Zellams, GriniFlix Adventure8. Welcome to another video. I'm on safari on my way to Central Australia. This is not exactly a Central Australia location, but I am in a wonderful place called Orange and got some accommodation here. And it's a beautiful sunny day. The morning temperature this morning was at 1 degree, so it's nice to be sitting in the sun. The adventure this time is going to be going into Central Australia looking for the Marree Man. Marree Man is a geoglyph. It's the largest in the world. I have discovered it with my brother about a couple of years ago, and there is a video actually, and the link will be in the video. But I'm going out there again, and I want to try and find that track, do some more filming around there as well. I'll be taking my trusty steed, my four-wheel drive Toyota Troop Carrier, out there in Central Australia again. It's rigged up for every situation, so it doesn't matter what weather conditions we have, we can get through anything. My co-pilot will be my wife, Leah, and we will be trying to discover some of the magnificent sights of Central Australia. I've worked out a route. It's roughly 5,000 kilometres, and there's some classic locations that I've been to before, but it'd be great to capture these on film, both in video but also in stills. What's inspired me to do this trip again is when I recently acquired my safari camera. Yes, it's the Leica Safari, the M10P Safari. And I've got the 28mm lens, I've got the 50mm Safari lens, and I've also got a 90mm f2 Apple lens. Non-Safari lens, but nevertheless, it's a great lens. I've got two cameras, M10P and the M10R. The 90mm lens f2 on this one, and I've got the 28mm f2 on this one. And I've also got the 50mm, where is it? I've got the 50mm f2 Safari lens. So I've got a good combination of lenses here. So 50mm f2, beautiful Safari lens. So you know, as soon as the word safari is mentioned, I just think of adventure and think of travel. So it didn't take much to give me an excuse to just get out there into Central Australia again. The good thing about having two cameras, it means particularly in dusty, dirty, windy conditions, I don't have to change lenses. So I can just pick up one camera or the other camera. I've found over many of my trips that 90mm focal length or thereabouts is a great focal length to capture landscape, flora and fauna in the distance. To capture, then you also need a wide angle lens for situation shots, campsites, photographing the night skies, and the 28mm is a great lens. 35mm is also great, but the Safari only comes out in 28, 50 and 90. I've yet to get the 90mm Safari lens. That will be a goal. So that's been the inspiration. And I want to get this video out just to let you guys know that I'm on safari, and then, you know, maybe tune in for some of the other videos that I'll be doing on location, some of these remote sites, bush camping, heading out there in the desert under the big Milky Way skies. It's always exciting. So shooting fixed focal length lenses is great because then you can end up having a faster lens, and having a faster lens is always important to me. It means you can have a faster shutter speed, you can have a lower ISO, get a higher quality picture basically, and also you can create much more interesting photographs with a shallow depth of field as well. So all these lenses are f2, so effectively we've got the 28, 50 and 90, which covers all the bases, all at f2, which is really good. Oh yes, all right. I'm trying out some new equipment as well. I've got some Rode microphones, these little Rode microphones. There's two microphones in there, and there's a little receiver on the iPhone, and then there's two transmitters, microphones, one here, one there. Yeah, so all the videoing will be done with the GoPro as well as with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and the stills will be taken with my Leica M10P and Safari and the M10R. This is 40 megapixel, this is 24. I'm not concerned about megapixels at all. The low light handling capabilities are probably going to be similar between the two cameras. And it's really a case of composition, choice of lens, and choice of situation that's going to count. So tune in for the videos to come, and you'll be able to see some of the images that I'm taking, some of the incredible sights of Australia, and share the journey with me. Hope you enjoy the video. If you did, then give it a thumbs up. If it's the first time to my channel, haven't already subscribed, then do press notifications. You'll be notified when the next video is out. Also, viewer or a subscriber of my channel, you're entitled to a whole bunch of discounts with the companies that I'm affiliated with. One major one is iTechWorld. There's a link there. And if you use the Adventure8 discount code, you get an extra 5% discount on anything on their store. This is 5% on top of any discounts that are providing. Promotions like Father's Day, I think it's coming up shortly. And yeah, you get an extra 5% discount on anything at iTechWorld, itechworld.com.au, and you'll find all those discounts. I'm associated with other companies as well. Just go to my shopping page, adventure8.com.au. Just go to shopping and you'll find all the other discounts that are available to you as subscribers and viewers. Thanks again for watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Cheers. Bye. Big journey so far. I think we've probably travelled about 800 kilometres from Sydney now. It's taken us a couple of days. We stopped into Orange, visited Ali, our daughter, which was fantastic. And now we're heading into Central Australia towards Cameron's Corner, Tibooburra. We're on the road from Bourke to Wenaring and then to Tibooburra. So our first night camping. It's always stressful to get everything organised, but I think we're there now. We travelled the farmlands approaching Bourke. We went through a whole bunch of canola canola growing areas. So I took some photographs there with the Leica cameras. You'll see some images. And now, well, we've just missed sunset, but anyway, we'll get, I guess we'll get the blue hour now. And got a half moon, and it's going to go towards full moon over the next 2 weeks. So I'm not entirely sure whether we'll be able to get some decent Milky Way shots. So you can just see up there, we've got the half moon. That will move down, and then maybe early morning we'll get the Milky Way. I'm not sure. Anyway, we've been collecting some firewood. It's going to get close to freezing tonight, so we want to make sure we get the fire going. That makes it so much nice. So, collecting firewood, you have to be a bit careful that you don't disturb the flora and fauna too much, including little babies like this, a little gecko that was in the bark. So I rescued this little baby. Well, it's not a baby, it's actually well, I suppose it is a reasonably, oh, there he goes. And I'll find it a new home somewhere, maybe amongst the trees there. Alright, let's go find some bark, some trees, see where you can hide out. Okay, let's go up there. You gonna go up there? Can I go up there? Oh, figure. Where are you gonna go? Not me. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm gonna have to find this gecko, guys. It's on me right now. Oh, it's in my hair. Here it is. There it goes. All right, where you gonna go? Get off me. Here he is. Okay, I gotta find a spot for the gecko. Find a spot for the gecko. Okay, I'll be more intentional. Here we go. Go there. There it is. Here he is. Here he goes. All right. One gecko saved. Oh, just a quick note while you're watching this video. I'm not sure whether you knew, but I'm associated with a number of companies, and those companies can provide discounts to my viewers and subscribers. So all you need to do is go to adventure8.com.au. Just click on the website. Yes, just go shop discounts and you find all the different companies that I'm associated with. So for example, SwiftX, so you can set up a crypto exchange and get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. iTech World for camping, lithium batteries, backup systems for your home. Red Tiger for dash cams, Vanmos electric bikes, and all sorts of different discount levels are available, and there are discount codes associated with each one of those, whether it be Adventure8 or something else. So just go to the website. I hope you can take advantage of the discounts, and back to the video. What are you doing, Leah?
Clean up the environment.
What are you actually cleaning up?
Animal poo.
What sort of poo is it?
Big animal poos.
Yeah, what kind?
I don't know. We don't step in it. Oh, smoke. I think that's probably about it.
You sure?
All around here.
Right, well finally we've settled in and got most things working again. It's going to take I reckon a couple of camps, but we've got beautiful, well the sun has gone right over the horizon right now. Leah's making sure that the fire doesn't go out. And we'll probably be cooking soon and hopefully do some night photography as well. That first day is always so stressful, but we're still looking for the Marree Man. It's going to be probably another 3 or 4 days before we can get anywhere near where the Marree Man should be, and then more exploring to find the Marree Man. But for now, let's focus on the photography, night photography, making sure that we have a pleasant evening. Temperature right now is about 15 degrees Celsius. It's likely to go down close to 0 tonight. What is it you like about camping?
The night skies.
Are you concerned about being in the wilderness?
No. No, because you take care of all that. I wouldn't be in the wilderness on my own. I wouldn't go camping by myself.
So now that this is the second time you've been here, you're more comfortable with the location?
Yeah. And I think there's less traffic this time too. There's been far fewer cars go by.
What's your favourite meal camping?
Chickpea veggie curry and quinoa. What we had tonight.
How many servings of that do we have?
Only one more. We've had one.
What are some of the best learnings you've had while camping? Any trip?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it forces you to just be in the moment, watch the fire, enjoy the space, nature. What about you?
Yeah, well, just to get out in the wilderness is just ultimate relaxation, adventure. Gives me purpose in life. Look after you. And to get out my camera and try and create some wonderful images.
Well, you do a great job of that.
Always welcome flattery. Goes a long way. All right, so we're taking a 4-minute exposure, ISO 100, f4 on my 28mm lens here. Taking a shot of the campsite. I will be using this light here as my fill-in light for the car. And we'll see how that works. So turn that on. Right, well, how does it handle the night skies, this camera? Using the iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Look at those
under
clouds.
half moon today, half moon tonight. Good morning. Yes, good morning. A beautiful day. It's about 18 degrees Celsius, so it's quite cool and chilly, but it's nice in the sun here. Well, we're heading towards Tibooburra now. We had a good night last night. It was cold, went down to about 2 degrees. Having a campfire makes all the difference. And yeah, so it was great sleeping in the tent on top of the car. Anyway, we're heading to Tibooburra tonight. Yeah, when you're out back, it's all about just, you know, whatever you see, you stop and take a few photographs. And this is an unusual sight, but it does happen around here. I'm not sure whether it's a deterrent, but you know, occasionally the dingoes get shot by the farmers because they will destroy some of the calves and the cattle that are around here, and then they hang up the dingoes in the trees. So is it a deterrent to other dingoes? I'm not entirely sure. Comment, let me know. Yeah, but it does leave a stink, that's for sure, so you don't want to be downwind of it. Anyway, yeah, the wildlife's starting to come out. A few lizards are coming out. Get that early morning sun. All right, on to our next stop. Welcome to Uracino Homestead. This is a regular place I come and visit over the years. Must have been 40 years ago I first stayed here with the kids. Leah and I, actually before the kids. Yes, well before. Anyway, we stayed here. It was a homestead, it was a bed and breakfast, and it was still a running concern, but unfortunately I think they were the last occupants, and it just has gone into disrepair ever since. So every time I do this trip going from Sydney across to Tibooburra, I usually stop in here just to see what's going on. There have been a number of attempts, I think, by people to try and rescue Uracino Homestead, but I think people have given up many times over. So this now looks like there's some sort of adjustment going on where people let cows roam around their property to feed off whatever's available. So yeah, it looks like we've got new occupants, being the cows, and they are just roaming free. Yep. We'll say hello to Mr. Cow. Hello. Definitely seen better days. This is how I remember it. That's a creaking door. We ate in here, it was beautiful. Fine dining at night time. And it's looking pretty ordinary at this stage. What's in here? They have cleaned it up a little bit. It used to be full of animal carcasses, kangaroos and whatnot. But pretty much everything is left as it was. Can you believe it? 40 years. These things have been left here. And the old ice box. Okay, let's look inside. Hopefully there's no surprises. No surprises. Yeah, so you put your ice in there, I guess, and then it keeps everything nice and cold. Really thick timber, good insulation. (2007) Antarctica. There you go. Would you move out here to fix it up? Me? Probably not. Yeah, it's a labour of love to say the least. Without water, everything dies. I'm investigating to see what is this. I suspect that it's a sensor to deter dogs, maybe? To deter dingoes. Alright, okay. I'm not gonna go through the fence. Okay, it's alright, it's alright. Roof, roof. That's the first time I've actually seen that anywhere in Australia. A dingo alarm to scare them off so they don't go through that gate there to where the cattle are. Good idea. arrived in downtown Tibooburra. And what do we have? Calf, middle of the street. And this is another fuel spot. Backwards. Things we do to go find the Marree Man. Yes, this is a challenging part of the trek. We have to climb up this rock ledge to get to the top, and we've got some weird angles here. So anything worth doing is not going to be easy. Well, we're just outside of Tibooburra. We're in Sturt National Park, and we're on the middle road heading west towards Cameron's Corner and also the old Strzelecki track where we'll camp tonight. Made it to Cameron's Corner. Yippee! It's been a pretty uneventful drive, which is great. We really don't need mishaps. A lot of motorcyclists on the road, just the right temperature, about 23 degrees Celsius. So that is fantastic. All right, so we're gonna have a break here, check on the roads going forward now into South Australia. Road restrictions. It's all yellow. To Lyndhurst. Cameron's Quarter to Murty is closed. Well, we're supposed to go to Murty. Murty to Inaminka. Well, I guess all the... okay, we're closed. We can't get to Murty. We might have to go all the way down on sealed roads. Back to Tibooburra. Oh, how fun it is. I guess we're going to go into Cameron's Corner and just find out what's happening here. What is it about this road to Murty that's closed? Yes, there are wet sections there, so that must be all underwater or something. Anyway, we'll go check out the publican at Cameron's Corner here. And it may just be a one-way trip to as far as we can go to see why we can't go any further.
The joys of travel with Adventure8.
Good news, bad news. That sign there hasn't worked for a long time, but the road to Murty was opened about 3 weeks ago, so a lot of water has come down. That had closed off all the roads. Murty is open. Going south along the Strzelecki to Lyndhurst is also open. That's our plan. Yes, so Cameron's Corner. It's a corner of 3 states: New South Wales, South Australia, Queensland. And there is a roadhouse. That's this one here. Very nice roadhouse. Very friendly publicans. Oh, just a quick note while you're watching this video. I'm not sure whether you knew, but I'm associated with a number of companies, and those companies can provide discounts to my viewers and subscribers. So all you need to do is go to adventure8.com.au, just click on the website. Yes, just go shop discounts and you find all the different companies that I'm associated with. So for example, SwiftX, so you can set up a crypto exchange and get $10 worth of free Bitcoin. iTech World for camping, lithium batteries, backup systems for your home. Red Tiger for dash cams, Vamos electric bikes, and all sorts of different discount levels are available, and there are discount codes associated with each one of those, whether it be Adventure8 or something else. So just go to the website. I hope you can take advantage of the discounts, and back to the video. And they've even got a golf course here, 9-par golf course. So 3 holes in South Australia, 3 holes in New South Wales, 3 holes in Queensland. I have to come back and play it. Alright, so we're going to go find a lunch spot somewhere out in the desert and continue our journey. This is our lunch spot. Just on the edge of, well, I'm not sure. South Australia. Vegemite sandwich. About 24 degrees. The flies aren't too bad, they could be a lot worse, that's for sure. So, yeah, the track is open, which is good. And there's still supposed to be a lot of water in Lake Eyre. The most that there's been for many decades, apparently. The floodplain across in Inamenka, which is normally where the Coober Creek flows, apparently some of those sections there are 10 kilometres wide as far as the water level is concerned. So a lot of the tracks going north are closed now, and hopefully we'll see that we'll be able to get through the Strzelecki track down to Lyndhurst and back up to Marree, where we're staying the night. From Marree there is a possibility to get a light aircraft flight over Lake Eyre. Not sure whether we'll be able to do that or not, but anyway, we'll see. And from there, going back around west of Lake Eyre, you can get to William Creek. But before William Creek is we go searching for the Marree Man. Yeah, Marree Man is there somewhere. And also there is a side track leading to the North Lake Eyre. And that's a unique spot if we can get to it, because at that point, there's a point within the lake where you can get sunset and have the sunset over the lake, and also you can get sunrise in the morning over the lake as well. That's the plan if we can get there. Alright, enjoy my lunch with the flies until the next part. What are you doing, Leah?
Toilet fitness for the bush. Squatting is essential.
Oh, it's nice to set up camp early. So we found ourselves a sand dune right next to, from the drone footage, you'll see a river. And that river is going between two sand dunes. And it's flowing down towards Lake Eyre, I'm pretty sure. But I'll check my facts. I'll update the video. And we're here for the sunset. It's going to be fantastic. This entire valley between the two sand dunes. The sand dunes run parallel here, north-south. From north to the south, vice versa. So all the water that's flowing down from Queensland, from the mountains, from the Great Dividing Range, eventually all flows inland to Lake Eyre, which is also, better check my facts, but something like 20 odd or 40 meters below sea level. That's a massive amount of water. And we've had this wet period for the last 10 years where it's just been flowing down inland. And particularly earlier this year, we've had a lot of rainfall in Australia, and all of that's going inland. And it slowly seeps here, down the rivers. And a lot of the desert tracks here have been closed. And this one is now open to Murty, so that's be on the map. And then we can travel south down to Lyndhurst and eventually to Marree. Yes! But you know, when traveling in the desert and Central Australia, you basically have to have your goal to sort of get somewhere, but then you're going to have to change your plans on a daily basis to actually work out how you're going to get there. And but that's all part of the adventure. And having a good vehicle and the right equipment can make it all so much more fun. So we're right here, we're on top of the sand dune with my trusty steed, Toyota Land Cruiser. It's 15 years old now. 220 odd thousand kilometers, but you know, we'll put up another 200,000 another 10 years or so, who knows. Safari Leica, non-safari Leica. So I'm finding I'm using the 28mm f2 about the same amount as I'm using the 90mm f2. Using the 90mm, particularly out here in the desert locations, as my landscape lens. And once I'm on location in campsites, I'm shooting with the 28, both night skies as well as the surrounding campsites. But heading down to the river now, and let's go check it out. Well, we're heading south now to Lyndhurst and down the Strzelecki track. And this is a location called Monte Collina Bore. So it is a camp location. This is really interesting. I mean, we're already at about 0 meters above sea level here. And we're actually going down slightly as you know, all the water flows towards Lake Eyre, which is about 20 or 30 meters below sea level. But this bore here is a good indication of how much water was around only probably about 4 weeks ago, maybe a bit more, maybe a couple of months ago. And we've got you know, a bit of a sand dune here, and you can see the water lines at the different stages. And it would have got as high as right up here. So there you go. So the four-wheel drive would be underwater at this stage. But that's how much water comes in here sometimes when there's a lot of rain. I'm walking around on this little sandbar here as the water's running down from the Strzelecki Creek. It runs into Lake Blanche, and then Lake Blanche might also flow further down to Lake Eyre. I'm not entirely sure, but it's definitely flowing in this direction. Or this might, I don't know, I'm not sure where the water's going. But this sandbar is very misleading. It's almost like quicksand. I'm on a harder section here, but as soon as I sort of walk, ooh, goes down, and then it literally it just goes back to quicksand again. Things I do for the camera. But we've got some swallows, I think, are the birds around here, or finches, probably finches, and they just love the water. As soon as there's water, life just springs up, just like these flowers. Quite amazing. So my challenge now is to get off this sandbar without sinking into it. Wherever I look, I see the Marree Man. Everywhere, pictures of the Marree Man. People are talking about the Marree Man. I see silhouettes of the Marree Man. I see brick statues of the Marree Man. Where is this Marree Man? It's everywhere. If you're going to come to Marree, you got to go find the Marree Man. But we've got beautiful sunset here, and we're going to make the most of this situation. Out with my Leica Safari, of course, doing safari type shots, and really enjoying it. Just like you know, I always say, whatever camera's in your hand is the best camera at that moment in time. So it's great to be shooting with these cameras, the Leica M10R and also the Leica M10P Safari. So yet to use the 50mm f2. I might pull that out, maybe, I don't know, somewhere. So it's mainly the 28 and the 90 that I'm using right now. So Marree was on the old Ghan Railway. It was one of the last towns, stations, before Alice Springs, if not the last. And hence why there's this 2-story hotel here that we're staying in tonight. And yeah, it's a place with just incredible history and memories. Tom Cruise, you might see in the video, also was a character. He delivered the post and everything else in this region, from Marree right up to Birdsville, in the old Birdsville track, and across the salt pans and lakes and sand dunes. Incredible story. And I think this is his truck right here. Could you imagine riding shotgun in Tom Cruise's truck? Oh my goodness. I thought my troopy was rough around the guts sometimes, but you know, it's pure luxury. Imagine crossing the sand dunes, the salt pans in this. Incredible. What a story, what a history. Or a documentary about Tom Cruise. They play it here continuously at the Marree Hotel. And yeah, I love being out in the desert, and it's moments like this where life is too short not to be doing this. Incredible. Let's go have a look at some of the trains that are here. The old Ghan Railway and the old Ghan locomotives that ran up and down from Port Augusta right up to Alice Springs. If I can get off this platform, that is. Now you hang out and you say, hey, come on, look down the line. Casey Jones, woo-hoo. Do your toot-toot.
Toot-toot. Toot-toot. I'm putting this on video.
Let's go check out the train, the locomotive. Look at the size of this engine. Incredible, it's all engine. Massive. Imagine the rumble and the noise that this place would be making as a driver. All the switch gear, all the electricals. Huge electrical generator here. Incredible. And then into the cabin, the locomotive cabin. Oh yeah, this is, oh, that's where you used to sit. The springs aren't very nice. Okay, I have to ask my brother-in-law Tony, he's the train driver, what this is. This is the brake? Air brake? I don't know. All of these controls. Okay, well here I am. I'm driving the train. Rear vision mirror here. Nothing there right now. And other devices. This used to turn, so that was something. That used to turn, that was something. These were gauges, electrical gauges. They also did something. This is the view you'd be getting. Amazing. Looking down.
Yeah, I'm Lynn from New Zealand, and we're waiting. Oh,
And I'm Jürgen, also from New Zealand.
we're waiting to go on our arid air flight over Lake Eyre. I can't wait. Unfortunately, it's delayed.
Tell me about Marree Man.
Oh, the Marree Man, you should see. He's a real man.
I thought you were the Marree Man.
I'm Marree Man's brother.
Ah, okay.
Can't wait to meet the real Marree Man.
You know how the saying goes, we're all brothers from a different mother.
Exactly.
See ya!
Okay, see ya. Best of luck.
Oh my God. Oh, that's your problem. Yeah, it is. No, no, that's all
Takeoff. Hold waypoint updated.
Eerie.
Right. So we've found out the limitations of the drone.
Is it filming or?
It is filming, but it's very hard to do anything when the wind is this strong.
Is the bigger drone better?
Yeah, it would handle us. But yeah, as soon as there's a bit of a wind here, it's too much for the drone. It's incredible how strong the wind is. How the weather changes. Strong winds today. I tried putting the drone up just earlier around one of the old workers' cottages that are along the old Ghan Railway. We're following now from Marree, going sort of northwest up to William Creek, following the old Ghan Railway. And there are a number of old buildings, sidings, workers' cottages, and that's where I did that filming around the drone, with the drone. But I couldn't fight the wind. It was struggling. It even got caught up in the roof rack of the car as I tried to launch it. Crazy. Anyway, we're at another feature point here in Central Australia, and this is Ferris Springs Sculpture Park. And it's a sculpture park for peace and tranquility and saving the water. This area here is also famous for a unique geographic feature which is called the Mound Springs. So artesian water goes up through the cracks and then comes up to the surface as a spring, and then it brings up all these minerals and creates a mound. It's almost like a volcano with a spring on top of the volcano. We'll see that a bit later on. But let's go check out this sculpture park and see what we can find. Marree Man? I don't know. Everything looks like a Marree Man to me now. But it's an amazing sculpture, and it still looks like there's a Marree Man. Well, not Marree Man, but this statue its sculpture has its own little mini-me up there as well. In our robotic world, yes, everything's going robotic these days, isn't it? With AI, general artificial intelligence. This may become mobile in time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the museum. It's great seeing those wind chimes. It's the first time, in fact, that I've seen the wind chimes work, because there's a lot of wind today. Every other time I've been here, there's been no wind. So let's go find the Marree Man. We continue the journey. We're not far from getting there now. I've got the map. I've got my old maps, my old GPS operating, so I can see exactly where I once got to and where the track is. And we're going to be following that now. And the aim is to actually drive the outline of the Marree Man, so we've got a GPS image of the Marree Man. That's the goal. Yes, you can see there are a few track marks, so we're not the first people to come out here, and probably won't be the last. And if you've been watching this video, you might be able to work out from all the maps exactly where the Marree Man is, and you might come and visit yourself and give homage to the Marree Man. Things we do to go find the Marree Man. Yes, this is a challenging part of the trek. We have to climb up this rock ledge to get to the top, and we've got some weird angles here. So anything worth doing is not going to be easy. Wow, that was exciting. Finding the track again. So that's the hardest part, is to find the track. Once you're on the track, then there's a slight detour where you have to do also. It's very hard to find that track. And if you can find this gully to actually get up, then you can get up onto the escarpment. Still very windy. And we're on the plateau here, and this is where the Marree Man is located. So we're not far away now. Have a look at this beautiful view. Alright, so I'm using an old HEMA Explorer map, and I haven't been able to get these maps anywhere else, and I'm using them in an old iPad that's, you know, approaching 15 years old or 10 years old or something like that. There is a Marree Man on a satellite image, and we are there, and we're following my track, well, my route that I managed to work out where it was, and we're going to go to the left foot of the Marree Man, before we're going to drive around the perimeter, the shape of the Marree Man, to be able to get a GPS imprint of that. I'm not sure whether you can see the kangaroos are still leading us directly to the Marree Man. This is incredible. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Alright, we've made it to the Marree Man, and shout out to Lynn and Jürgen. If you're up in the plains somewhere and you can see us, I'm waving to you. I know you're on a plane. Whoops. You're on a plane to see the Marree Man. So I'm standing on the left leg of the Marree Man, and the outline of the Marree Man is made by a grader. So you can see a grader has actually gone through this entire desert area to make the Marree Man. So each one of those lines, I'll step it out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34 meters across is the width of the outline. That's 100 feet. And I can hear the plane somewhere up there, and they're going to be really high. That's the only way you can see the Marree Man, because the length of the Marree Man is about 4 kilometers, and it's also about 3 or 4 kilometers wide, you know, if you take the longest point. All right, so this appeared, I think, late 1990s. The date will be there in the video. And how it was done, I'm not entirely sure. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know whether anybody has admitted to actually doing the Marree Man. But it was done. So whether anyone has actually driven around the Marree Man, I don't know. But if it's the first time to my video, you haven't already subscribed, then do subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That's how you support the channel. And if you've ever driven around the Marree Man, then let me know, and obviously put it in the description. But for those who haven't, that's what we're going to be doing now. Driving around the Marree Man to create a GPS print of the Marree Man in Central Australia. Lake Eyre is not far from here. We'll be going there after the Marree Man as well. Yeah, this is a special occasion, to say the least. Oh yeah. What do you think of the Marree Man?
I can't see him.
Where's the Marree Man?
Where's the Marree Man?
If you jump up high enough, you can actually see all of the Marree Man. Yeah, we're still tracing out the Marree Man. It's working out. We're at the spear now, and we're just going back along the spear on his left hand before we're heading towards his shoulder and his head. Alright, so we're just at the spear. I'm not sure if it's a spear, but I think it's a spear, where his hand is holding the spear. So we can see all the different graded tracks there. And then you'll see also my new tracks here, which is, you know, adding to the imprint of the Marree Man. And there are no other car tracks here, so possibly we're the first to do this. Not that's a great claim to fame, but anyway, it's true. There's my tracks, new tracks. Will those tracks remain? Will those tracks remain for the next 100 years? Who knows? Most likely not. So we're at a junction in tracing the Marree Man. We're going to go around where his hand is holding the spear now. I was able to find an image of the Marree Man on a t-shirt at Marree Hotel, because when we're looking at the GPS here and we look closely on his right hand, can't really tell exactly where it starts and stops, but on the t-shirt he's actually got his right hand, he's folded his hand at the elbow there with his hand across his chest. So that explains the imagery around there. But anyway, that's going to be a bit tricky driving around that, but we should be able to do it. Okay, we're doing the elbow of the right hand now, right arm, which he's folded back across his chest. We've done it. We've traced the Marree Man. We stayed inside the track, so we're reinforcing the image of the Marree Man and protecting the image. That's the main thing. So there she be. She. There he is, the Marree Man, and a little bit of a wiggle down to coming there. That's obviously the track coming in, and we're just going to go back over the same track. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and next adventure will be Lake Eyre. Okay, well, we're at Lake Eyre South, and we were expecting more water, to tell you the truth. Right now, Lake Eyre South is looking pretty dry. I have been here in the past and we've been able to sort of walk out from the bank and then down into the water. I mean, it's still a long walk. We have to walk for 200 meters. But you know, you can have a look right now and you can see that all we see is dirt, obviously, and then salt, and then dirt and salt and salt. So there's no water anywhere here. It's just all a salt pan right now. I was here with my brother, Rob, back just before COVID, I think, or around that period. Anyway, there'll be a link to the video. And we played golf down here on the salt pan. That was a lot of fun. Yep, so a lot less water now. In fact, there's no water here in South Lake Eyre South. Alright, another unique aspect of Lake Eyre is something that you find down here below sea level called mountain springs, and it's water that's deep down in the crust of the earth here, 3 kilometers down, that gets pushed up under pressure and then gets pushed up through the cracks and creates these magnificent mountains that could be, you know, 10, 15, 20 meters high. Let's go check it out. Moment of excitement. Yes, we have made it to Lake Eyre North. It's just over the sand dune there, and we'll be walking out into the water with my Leica M10R. I've got the 90mm f2 apo lens on that, and then I've also got the Safari M10P with the 50mm Summicron f2 lens. I haven't been using this at all so far on the trip, but today everything is far away here, so I think the 50mm is going to be perfect, and also photograph Leah, and Leah can photograph me with this lens, nice portrait lens, and the 90mm is going to sort of compress the image, and I'm planning to do a panorama as well with the 90mm lens. So alright, so the 2 cameras, no need to change lenses because they've all been set up that way. Let's go out onto the water. This is the only place that I know of on Lake Eyre, anywhere south or north, where you can set up camp and get sunset in the evening over the water, and then also get sunrise over the water. So this is a unique spot. It's a little peninsula out in Lake Eyre North. So what's so unique about this location is that it's the only place on Lake Eyre, north or south, where you get a panoramic ocean view or lake view. What do you think of the mud therapy?
Oh, it's so gooey. People pay a fortune for mud therapy.
The sensations you get in Lake Eyre are amazing. All right, well, I better grab my camera and go further into the water. And let's see how the mud therapy changes as we go.
Oh, look, there's 3-footed feet. That's going to be a crocodile. 3-footed crocodile, or an emu, or some monster from Lake Eyre. Not many people venture out this deep. Let's see, if I start sinking, there'll be plenty of anxiety.
We're out of the mud. You still have to be sure-footed here because it is a little bit slippery. And now we just walk endlessly for miles into the water. We get nice clean feet this way too. And the birds are out here. Definitely does have a pungent smell, I would call it, out here. I was hoping for a nice still mirror Lake Eyre, but that might be in the morning. We've got this constant breeze coming. It's been howling a wind today, so we're lucky that it's just a breeze right now, but it's a really nice temperature. I suspect we're going to have nice warm temperature across the water here, the air temperature will be the same temperature as the water. I reckon the water temperature is probably about, oh, I don't know, 18, 19, 20 degrees Celsius. Very pleasant if I say so myself. What have we got here? We can try taking another shot. I presume I got it on. Yeah, well, long focus. Yeah, overly exposed right now. It'll be nice when the sun sets down a little bit further, and all right. Well, you know, let's just keep on going here and see what I can get. Well, the sun has set, but I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the light to get a bit lower, and then I can slow down the shutter speed. And I'm trying to get this this ripply water smooth. Whether I can do that. How long I have to wait for that light to drop to be able to get my shutter speed low enough? I suspect I need to go right down to about a second. We don't have many opportunities to get out to Lake Eyre for sunset. It's beautiful. The temperature is so nice, so nice. I find getting sunrises is difficult. Much prefer taking the sunsets. But here I am. Better get up, get that early morning sunrise. Yeah, well, there's no clouds on the horizon, so good morning, yes. This is, I think, the last day of camping, believe it or not. Before we start heading down to Adelaide and check out some unusual locations. One of those locations is going to be on the railway track from Adelaide or Port Augusta to Perth, where we'll be seeing the Indian Pacific train, the goods trains coming past. Look at this cobweb. It's floating in the air. It's attached to me right now, but I'll let it go. Can't let it go. There's just enough air for that cobweb to fly. As we've got sunrise over Lake Eyre North. There it goes. Let's reduce one stop. And yep, and another one. Maybe a bird will fly into the screen, into the scene just as I need it. Come on, bird, any bird. Oh, that was just a cobweb that came past. Ah, we got a bit of... I can hear birds coming. We'll just keep on taking the shots. Oh, they're coming into scene. hitchhiker on my foot, look at that. A moth. Here you go. What a beautiful moth. Beautiful colours. You're going to have to find another home other than me. Not sure you like that or not, but anyway. Coober Pedy, this is the land of opal. So we just had an opal tour, fantastic. So if you're ever going through Coober Pedy, then check out the opals. The world's best opal town. It's hot, 33 degrees here. We're heading south tomorrow, so it's going to be much cooler. And we're going to go check out the Indian Pacific Railway and stay in a hotel that's nearby there. It's about 500 kilometers south from Coober Pedy, and a town called Kingoonya. Kingoonya, that's what it's called. It's a town on the railway, one of the last towns. It was famous in the time when the road north to Alice Springs went through there, but it now bypasses that, so it's only the railway that goes there, and only railroad workers usually stay there, and some tourists. Anyway, check it out tomorrow. If you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while and my wonderful adventures in Outback Australia, you know that I'm a lizard hunter and I love sort of reporting on the lizards that I find, and this is one of my favourites. Hello, how are you? Look at that, nice. Yeah, so it's a shingleback lizard, or a stump-tailed lizard, and they're really quite docile. Other than having a very big mouth, they like eating snails, but they are really slow, so if they're on the road they do get run over, which is unfortunate. But this one I think is on its way across the road, so I can give it a helping hand here, and then it'll be happy like all my lizards, that I, help give them a bit of a handy tips of how to get across the road safely. But all the stump-tailed lizards, they do vary in colours and shapes. Well, not so much shape, but in colours, depending on the region that they're in. So we'll put this one back into the bush and let it go on its merry way. Bye-bye. Back to my journey to Kingoonya and then also Tarcoola. I'm sort of pointing the wrong way. I've got to go in that direction. If you want to cross Australia from Sydney to Perth by train, then you are going through this point here. We're just down the road from Kingoonya, and if you keep on going in that direction you will get to Perth, and if you keep on going that direction you'll get to Adelaide, and then you cut across to Sydney as well. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to find out when the next train, goods train or otherwise, is going to be coming past here, because I want to film it. And there is the old trick of putting your ear to the line there, but while I'm looking down as far as I can see down that direction, I don't see anything. And anything in that direction? I don't see anything. I don't see anything either. And yeah, all right. Well, we'll see what ChatGPT says, and then we'll decide whether we hang around or go somewhere else. There is another town called Tarcoola, which is another 40-50 kilometers up in that direction, which I'm planning to drive up to just for nostalgia reasons. And the nostalgia is that many years ago, there was a big derailment up there. Goods train derailed, and it mucked up the entire line. Coincidentally, I was on a train going across to Perth from Adelaide on the Indian Pacific, and we were just before the derailment, and we were stuck in Tarcoola for 2 days for the workmen to clear the line in order for the train to continue on to Perth. So the other fun part of it is that the train basically drunk the train completely dry of all alcohol, obviously, and food, and as well as any nearby towns were basically drained of all their food and alcohol as well. Funny that, eh? All right, so that's the story there. We'll see what Tarcoola looks like a bit later on. And look what we have here. I think someone's just having a good time here, or is there actually... There are no buttons. Hello, anyone there? Yes, well, I'm here in downtown Kingoonya, and just receiving calls. No, not receiving calls at all. Sorry. Okay, bye. I've never been so frightened in my life. The rumble, the vibration, the sudden shock of sound. I've never been to a train, so close to a speeding train in my life. That was one of the most adventurous things I've ever done. Oh my goodness, that was outstanding. Size of it. There you go. Fresh roadkill. And we've got a bunch of eagles here. Good ones. Or we're having a feast. Okay. Pretty sure they're wedge-tailed eagles. See if I can get a photo. Welcome to Tarcoola, where trains don't stop. But we did in 1974 during Cyclone Tracy, and coincidentally, that's Christmas Eve. 1974, Cyclone Tracy devastated Darwin. On that same day, there was a derailment on this track. heading towards Perth, and the Indian Pacific that I was on. Stopped here for a couple of days, and we were basically stranded in Tarcoola for 2 days on the train, which is probably a good place to get stranded. Food and drink, comfort. Drank the train dry, ate all the food, and arrived in Perth 2 days behind schedule. But here we are, Tarcoola Station, Tarcoola Township. So there's a few dwellings around the place. There might have been a pub there once upon a time, looks like a pub, but there are no services now. Just workmen that work the lines. G'day, how are you? Can I have 2 tickets to Adelaide, please? What? Why not? Why can't I get 2 tickets to Adelaide? I see the trains coming all the time. Oh, the trains don't stop here anymore. Okay. Well, in Tarcoola, and there's you know, a few modern dwellings around the place, I guess where workers are, but this is what remains of what might have been a service station once upon a time. There's even an old Aussie rules football oval here as well. Look at this. The goals and the points. I don't think it's been used for a while. Yeah, and an old workshop as well. Let's see what's in here. Looks like we got what's left over of a Land Rover as well. Can you hear the rails sing? As soon as the rails start to sing, that's you know there is a train coming. And yep, right on cue, a huge goods train. And we're camping the night next to the railway track here to make sure that we get lots of trains tonight.
could fly off those carriages. I'm just saying, we are extremely close. Now, I know you want all this for the, you know, for the movie, but it could be quite dangerous. Where's my poker?
We're leaving Tarcoola area and the overland railway line that goes from Sydney to Perth, and we're heading down through the Gawler Ranges National Park area, a dirt road. It's a bypass road basically, rather than going the main highway, to Port Augusta. And we go bypass Lake Gardner, beautiful salt lake, and now we've got a few, maybe another 100 odd kilometres to go before we hit the tarmac. Head down to Adelaide, across to Melbourne, and then eventually back to Sydney. So I think that wraps up the Central Australia jaunt out in the desert, and dirt roads and camping and finding the Marree Man and doing train spotting on the great overland journey in the Indian Pacific. Yeah, it's been another wonderful trip. If you've enjoyed this series of videos, then give it a thumbs up. That's how you support the videos, that's how you support the channel. If it's the first time to my channel, you haven't already subscribed, do subscribe, press notifications. You'll be notified when the next video is out, whether it's on an adventure, whether it's motorcycling, whether it's four-wheel driving, whether it's camera gear, reviews, etc., tech, whatever. If you're enjoying the channel, then just give it a thumbs up and support the channel. Every bit helps, and that's how I can bring more content to you. And needless to say, if you're after power stations, electrical portable power stations and four-wheel drive and camping 12-volt systems, you can all get it all from iTech World. They've been a supporter of this channel for a long time now, and the great thing about having an affiliation with an organization is sometimes you can get additional discounts. iTech World gives an extra 5% discount on anything on their range. Even if it's already discounted to the hilt, they'll put an extra 5% on if you use the Adventure8 discount code. Yeah, Adventure8 discount code, and gives you an extra 5% off. Thank you, iTech World. If you can take advantage of anything from iTech World, their power stations, their lithium batteries, their solar panels, their refrigerators, or the components for setting up 12-volt systems throughout your car, and storage, and camper vans and boats, yeah, it's all there. Then yeah, use the Adventure8 discount code for that extra 5% discount. Life is pretty tough out here in the outback. This area around Gawler Ranges National Park was once famous for sheep farming, and there's a few sheep around the place still, but I didn't see many at all. But it's a tough life. This homestead was built in 1919. 1887 or something like that. And yeah, well, when the funds run out, well, no, actually it was constructed approximately in 1880. So there's not much left of it. Any timber has rotted away. Mind you, there's a bit of hardwood timber there around the fireplace. But yeah, it's a tough life. If you can't support yourself, you've got to move out back to the city or somewhere else. Cheese and Vegemite sandwich today. So after this, I'm going to have a percolated coffee using induction cooker powered by the iTech World power station. Barista style flavour coffee in the middle of nowhere, made in literally 2 minutes. That's what a power station does for you. It's a game changer for camping as far as I'm concerned. The water goes through the filter, which then gives me a fantastic coffee. You can't smell this, but it smells good. As simple as it is. And then once you're done, I just turn that off. That's ready to pour. And when I charge this power station, then I've got my cord here. I can charge off solar panels, or I just plug it into my Anderson plug there and plug it into the Anderson plug there. So while I'm driving, it charges up the power station. I like a bit of milk in mine, so I've just put in some milk. Put in these spill-proof Yeti containers. It's insulated as well, so you can have a nice hot coffee while you drink and drive. Yum. Oh, by the way, if you like the iTech World gear, power stations, electrical gear, solar panels, refrigerators, batteries, wiring systems, etc. If you use Adventure8 discount code, you get an extra 5% off everything store-wide. That's on top of any other discounts that are running at iTech World. Good deal, eh? Go to their website, itechworld.com.au. Use Adventure8 discount code and get that extra 5%. Cheers. Good morning. Well, I'm in Victoria, central Victoria, a town called Birchip. Here is the map of Australia. We've gone in our search for Marree Man trip. We've gone all over Australia, and then through this journey we found out about this vanilla slice competition, and we were somewhere over here when we've heard about the vanilla slice competition. So we went all the way down here through to Adelaide, and then here we are in the middle of Victoria. What's so special about Birchip is that it has won over the last 6 odd years the best vanilla slice in Australia competition. And I think it's come second or third a couple of years, and this year, 2025, it's won the vanilla slice competition again. Personally, I'm not a fan of vanilla slices, but my wife Leah is. She loves vanilla slices. We've had to order the vanilla slices last night in order to pick up this morning, so let's see whether they are actually as good as they are. Nice. Here it is, Sharp's Bakery. The little squisher. Let's see how much it squishes out.
It's not like the gelatine stuff that you get often when they've been sitting in the, in the case. Crust is very soft. It's like a soft icing sugar like you get on finger buns.
So you can actually eat it. Because normally, that's why I never eat a vanilla slices, because you can't actually eat it. The crisp parts are so crisp that as soon as you bite into it, all it does is just squishes out.
It's all delicate mille feu or whatever the puff pastry is down here on the bottom. very limited pastry. That's why I like these ones. But I think you should dig into it and see how it compares for you.
I've never seen a vanilla slice wobble. Normally they're stiff as a rock. This is the taste test. Wow, I'm surprised. Okay, I'm converted. Mind you, I'll probably only come back to Birchip to get my vanilla slice.
Oh,
I can see why it got gold medal.